All right, Mr. Old School Rider, we back at the Meantime Book Fair in Birmingham, Alabama on the Riders Book Club podcast with author and publisher.
LaMonique Mac.
Tell us about yourself.
My name is LaMonique Mac. As Mr. Ryder said, I am an author and a publisher. I've been an author for about 5 to 7 years, and I've been publishing books professionally for about the last 4 years. My publishing company is called Southern Women Publishing, and I've published dozens of books. You'll probably see a couple of my authors who are at today's event is Herbert McCants, and his book is Meet Me at the Coffee Shop, and also Aisha Shaw, and she has multiple books that we've
Mhm.
published together. I haven't published all her books, but most of them she published through Southern Women Publishing. And I just help people get their books out of their hearts and minds and into a sellable format. That's my thing.
So, how long you been doing that?
I've been publishing for about 4 years. Yep.
So, what made you become a publisher?
I always wanted to be a publisher. Back when I was in business school, it was in my heart to number one be an author. All of my life I wanted to be an author.
Hmm.
And then once I went to business school, I wanted to remove the gates. There's a lot of gatekeeping in the publishing world.
Oh, you telling me? I'm in
Yeah.
Atlanta.
Yeah.
That's a couple of them.
Yeah, and I wanted to remove the gates. And especially as I got closer with my walk with Christ, I wanted to remove the gates for God's people. You know, and so when I published my first book and I started marketing it, and when I started kind of like doing lives and things like that, I had some of my followers, they were more interested in, hey sis, could you help me? Could you help me with my book? You know, they might have been a little interested in the book that I was actually marketing, but they were more interested in could I also help them with their book?
Hmm.
And so I helped my first clients, the Veta Temple. Her book was A Broken Heart Made Whole. That was back in 2019. And since then, I've published dozens of authors, Christian authors, ministers. I don't just do overtly Christian books, but it, like my book, let me tell you about my series. My series is secular. It's called the Mixed Girl series. God
Oh,
put it in
really?
my heart.
Okay.
He told me to write it. God told me to write it. I was like, God, I don't know what you want me to do with this.
Okay. Okay.
But it came out, it became therapy, for me. And my husband told me I'm a lot less angry, Tony, since I wrote these books.
Oh Lord, I didn't put my whole name out there. Lord.
Yes. Oh, my bad.
No, it's all right.
I'm sorry, Mr. Ryder. I'm so sorry.
No, do your thing. Do your
Okay.
thing. You ain't the first one.
Okay.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah. So, but my husband told me I'm a lot less angry since I published that series. But anywho, the way I published this series is real and raw. How I was living my life back then. That was before I knew Jesus.
Hmm.
And so when I think about people that I'm going to publish, they can bring something like that, but it needs to be going somewhere. So for me, I've got 3 books out in that series. By book 4, you're going to see how I overcome. And I'm going to tell you the behind the scenes. I overcame by Jesus.
What?
Yeah.
I keep talking. It's about you right now.
Okay. Yeah. So my story is I was born addicted to drugs. My mother, when she was 9 months pregnant, my mother was Caucasian,
Hmm.
and when she was 9 months pregnant, she took a cocaine overdose with me. And yeah, so I am.
Damn.
It's nothing but a blessing for me to have any amount of sense, let alone enough sense to publish and write books
Oh,
and
man.
speak to you, coherently. So yeah, I then she left me with a babysitter. My babysitter was black. That's who raised me.
Hmm.
And she left me with a babysitter when I was an infant, and she later became a prostitute. So I had this whole stigma on me in my city, like you came from a white prostitute born on drugs, and people kind of, even at church, I was kind of like, that girl that they took in. I was like
Oh,
kind of
Lord,
known
man.
like that. And so I am the perfect testimony of you don't have to be what they said you'd be, because I wasn't expected to be much. And I'm an overcomer by the blood of the Lamb and the word of my testimony.
That's a heck of a testimony, just like that.
Yep. Yep. So from crack baby to publisher. No. Really, crack wasn't out then, but you know what I mean.
You know what? I ain't nobody finna fool with y'all. So, oh my goodness! Tell us some more about your authors that you have.
Okay, yeah.
I talked to Aisha a second ago.
You talked to
She
Aisha.
wild, man.
Yeah. Aisha, you know about Aisha. She has a series called the Bear series. My husband and I helped create the characters. Her father is known as Short Bear. And so she took like all her family members and she wanted them to be bears. She had actually previously published her books with like a bigger commercial publishing company. And so she got with them. They gave her rights back,
Oh
and she
wow,
wasn't happy.
that's rare.
She was not happy with them. Yeah, and so she went with me instead. And my husband and I, we created her bear characters, um, and just gave them the big bug eyes and just made them fun characters. And so she's got like a holiday series with them, and they emphasize Christ. So now she does have one that's like Halloweenish. But
Yeah, she told me about that one.
yeah,
I'm like, okay.
yeah, that one is Halloweenish, but it's more about harvest and family time than it is about that.
Yeah, she got to cover all seasons.
All
Y'all told her
seasons.
she was slick. I like that.
Yeah, she's got something for every
She
season.
good.
She's got a Mother's Day book. When we did a Mother's Day book, and it's a good group. Mother's Day is coming up, y'all. And so check out Aisha Shaw, because I don't know all the titles, because like she has so many titles. One of her favorite books that a lot of people love to pick up is her book Yes You Can, and it's a book for Black girls, and it's just like giving affirmations, like I love my texture of hair, I love my texture of skin, and then it has the girls repeat it back. A lot of people love those books, and I have all races pick those books up. I've seen when she's out, all races will come pick those books up to pass out to other people. Yeah.
Yeah, I could tell her juices. She was kind of shy. I mean, her voice is kind of low.
Yeah.
As soon as she started talking about that particular book, it just started picking up. I'm like, oh yeah, we got to open.
Yeah, that's her number one book.
Yeah, she loved that book right there.
That's her number. And then I have two poets, Tabitha J. Jones and Herbert McCants, and they found out after publishing with me that they were cousins.
What?
Yeah.
Man, Alabama, Hey.
Yeah. And look at God paying a poetry brush on both of them.
That's crazy, ain't it?
On both of them. They
got some talent in y'all family.
Yeah, they do.
My goodness.
Yeah, they do.
So is the poet here today? The other lady?
Well, Herbert's a poet. You interviewed him already. Tabitha, I'm representing her today. She wasn't able to make it, but I have her books here today.
Okay.
Yeah.
You didn't bring nothing but you didn't bring your phone.
I did not bring my books up here. I should have.
I mean, I gotta get on you for 1 second.
Yeah.
You're here like a princess.
I did.
What's going on with the outfit? Got the drip?
I am the princess of the books today. Yes.
Is that what they represent?
Sorta. Also, my husband and I, we are going on a date night when we leave here, and it's more like a upscale date night. We're going to see Sean. I think it's pronounced Sean Yoon. It's like the Chinese dance at the Birmingham Theater. Yeah.
Don't give me the lie right now.
Yeah.
I guess I can look it up on the internet.
So I thought, okay, this is good. This is perfect for a unique book sailor to go from day to night.
Just like that.
Yeah.
My goodness. So what can we find you at?
You can find me on my website. I have two websites. One, www.southernwomenpublishing.com. And on there, you'll see all my authors. I have some minister authors that I didn't get a chance to talk about, but a couple ministers. You'll see the other authors that I've talked about. I have a children's book on there that I wrote with my niece. That's on there. And also, if you're interested in publishing a book yourself, you'll see my submission requirements and how you can send me, your first maybe first 1,000 words of your first draft. And we'll see if we can work together. And then also, if you can go to LaMoniqueMac.com, where I also talk about my books and also I had talked a little bit about business. Because God gave me the word gems, godly entrepreneurs and marketers. I'm all about that.
Oh wow.
Yep. And so I am on YouTube under LaMonique Mac. I'm also on I'm on Instagram, Southern Women Publishing. I had to think about it because I just changed my Instagram from being author LaMonique Mac to Southern Women, because I'm like, you know what, let's be real, I'm not going to maintain two different Instagram accounts, so let's just put all my authors and me all on one. So just Southern Women Publishing on Instagram as well. Facebook, I'm big on Facebook, LaMonique Mac.
All right, so oh man, that's what's up right there.
Yeah.
So you got anything else for us?
That's it. I just want to remind you, if you have a book in your heart and mind, some people have had books in their hearts and minds for 20 years. I've literally met people like that. And perfectionism, I notice, is what really stops people from publishing their book or even starting to write it. And you can get the book that's in your heart and mind into a sellable format. We can work together. I can show you how to do it, or we can do it together. And really, it's like, how long are you going to stave off helping somebody else? Because really, a lot of us as Christians, what we have in our heart is to help somebody else. And God told me to open up the gates for his people.
There you go.
So that's what I'm here, open up the gates for his people and get you some good reads too in the meantime.
There you go. It don't cost that much. Just go ahead and do it.
That's right. You can get an ebook for like $2.99.
You're gonna mess it up on a cup of coffee. Now you gonna drink all the way.
Yeah.
My goodness, man. We do appreciate you coming through
Thank
here.
you so much for having me,
All
Mr.
right.
Ryder.
Hold on, let me end this real quick. Of course, you guys already know who I am. Mr. Old School Ryder on the Ryder's Book Club. We're out.